What is nature's call? I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. The hunt is on. For the trees. Are we being invaded? Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. Is there trouble? I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Aim dead center. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. The hunt is on. Aim dead center. For the trees. Taste my spear. Making trails. The hunt is on. Gladly.
Our allied town is
Making
under
trails.
siege.
I'm game. Gladly. Taste my spear.
Allied hero has fallen.
I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Aim dead center. The hunt is on. Gladly. I'm game. Aim dead center. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. What is nature's call? Hi. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. The hunt is on. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game.
Our allied town
For
is
the
under
trees.
siege.
I'm game. Is there trouble? Hi! For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Taste my spear. Gladly. Making trails. Aim dead center. The hunt is on. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Taste my spear. Gladly. The hunt is on. I'm game. Making trails. Taste my spear. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Aim dead center. For the trees. Taste my spear. Aim dead center. I'm game. Taste my spear. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Is there trouble? I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Hi! Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. What is nature's call? Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Is there trouble? I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Aim dead center. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly.
Our hero has fallen.
就是怕他跳。
Ah, the great outdoors. What is nature's call? Making trails. Is there trouble? For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Are we being invaded? Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. The hunt is on. Is there trouble? Gladly. Making trails. Hi! I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Is there trouble? For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly.
等我一下。
For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Aim dead center. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. Taste my spear. The hunt is on. I'm game. Making trails. Taste my spear. I'm game. The hunt is on. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. Hi. Gladly. Is there trouble? I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Taste my spear. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails.
哎呀，
Our hero has
看到了
fallen.
我还不退，给了。看到了还不退啊！白痴，白痴。
Ah, the great outdoors. What is nature's call?
Inventory
Is
is
there
full.
trouble?
Our allies' town
Hi.
is under siege.
Gladly.
Our allies' hero has fallen.
Are we being invaded? Gladly. Making trails. Is there trouble? I'm game. What is nature's call? For the trees. Aim dead center. Are we being invaded? Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. I'm
哦
game.，
上不去。
Hi. Making trails. I'm game. Take my spear. Gladly.
跳跳跳跳！
For
我
the
靠，还有
What is
哦，还有
nature's call?
Our hero has
这个
fallen.
没人的啊，好烦哦。我没看到有他，不知道哪里来的。
Ah, the great outdoors. Hi, making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Are we being invaded? For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Hi, I'm game. Making trails.
啊，这比
I'm game.
没大
Aim
还
dead center. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. The hunt is on. I'm game. Take my spear. Aim dead center. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Taste my spear. The hunt is on. Are we being invaded? Taste my spear. The hunt is on. Taste my spear. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. What is nature's call? Aim dead center.
Our forces are under attack.
Gladly. Making trails. Are we being invaded? For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Is there trouble? Gladly. Making trails. Gladly.
My life for Nezul.
Hi.
I
Are
bow
we being
to your
invaded?
will.
I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game.
Allies' hero has
For the
fallen.
trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails.
Our allies'
I'm
town
game.
is under siege.
Gladly. The hunt is on. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Aim dead center. Is there trouble? I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Are we being invaded? What is nature's call? Making trails. For the trees. Making trails.
Our
Gladly.
allies' hero has
For the
fallen.
trees. I'm game. Is there trouble? Taste my spear. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. The hunt is on. For the trees. What is nature's call? Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Are we being invaded? Gladly. Making trails.
好打，
Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. What is nature's call? Hi. Making trails. Is there trouble? I'm game. What is nature's call? Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Is there trouble? I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly.
Where shall my
Are we
blood
being
be
invaded?
spilled?
For the trees.
I bow.
What is nature's call? Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails.
Allied hero has fallen.
I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Taste my spear. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly.
Oi,
I'm
你吃
game.
哦。
For the trees. I'm game. Hi.
Our forces are under
There's
attack.
Gladly. I'm game. Are we being invaded? Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. The hunt is on. What is nature's call? Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees.
Our allied town is under siege.
For Kalimdor. Gladly. Making trails.
Our
we being
allied
invaded?
hero has fallen.
Gladly. I'm game. Is there trouble? Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Hi. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Taste my spear. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game.
Our allies' town is
Gladly.
under siege.
I'm game. Making trails. Is there trouble? For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Hi. Is there trouble? Are we being invaded? Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. The hunt is on. Is there trouble? Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Are we being invaded?
Our allies' town is
Gladly.
under siege.
I'm game. Gladly. Is there trouble?
甘霖不会玩。
For the trees.
继续。对，太强。10杀0死，这张良太狠了。 对我太强，对我太强，全靠队友造啊！
Ah, the great outdoors. Hi. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Is there trouble? For the trees. Gladly. Hi. For the trees.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Are we being invaded? Gladly. For the trees. Hi. Making trails. I'm game. Is there trouble? For the trees. Making trails.
Our
Gladly.
forces are under
I'm
attack.
game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. What is nature's call? For the trees.
Our forces are under attack.
For the trees. Aim dead center. I'm game. Making trails. Taste my spear. I'm
哎
game.
呦，
Making
哎
trails.
呦，
I'm game. Is there trouble?
哇，
Gladly. For the
他们
trees.
角色好狠。
Our allies' town is under siege.
What is nature's call? Gladly. Hi. What is nature's call? Is there trouble? I'm game. Gladly. Hi. Are we being invaded? Hi. Making. What is nature's call? For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails.
Our allies' town is under siege.
For the
我
trees.
打不到，打不到。
I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Hi. Making trails. Gladly.
也拉不到。
For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails.
去死！
Gladly. Is there trouble? I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. What is nature's call? I'm game. Making trails.
哎呦，
I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Aim dead center. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. The hunt is on. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Hi. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. What is nature's call? Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Hi.
Thy
Is there
bidding,
trouble?
master.
Making trails. For the trees. What is nature's call? Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Aim dead center. For the trees. Gladly. I'm
Allied
game.
hero has fallen.
Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. Is there trouble? The hunt is on. What is nature's call? Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. For the
Allied
trees.
hero has fallen.
I'm game. Making
Our
trails.
allied town is under siege.
I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Hi. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees.
Our allied
Taste
town
my
is under
fear.
siege.
I'm game. Gladly. Aim dead center. What is nature's call? For the trees. Are we being invaded? Is there trouble? Hi. I'm not the dryad you're looking for. Are we being invaded?
Our allies' town is under siege.
Hi. Are we being invaded? Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. What is nature's call? Are we being invaded? Gladly. For the trees.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Gladly. What is nature's call? For the trees. Is there trouble? Making trails.
Hello，
I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails.
Our allies' town is
For the
under
trees.
siege.
Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Are we being invaded? I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly.
Our allies' town is under siege.
I'm game. Making trails. Gladly.
Our forces
I'm
are
game.
under attack.
For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For Calor! The hunt is on. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Hi!
Our allies' hero has fallen.
What is nature's call?
对，
Are we being invaded? For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails.
要飞飞不了。
Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Hi! Is there trouble? Hi! Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Are we being invaded? For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game.
好晕
Making
啊！
trails. Is there trouble? Hi. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees.
Our allies' hero has fallen.
Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. What is nature's call? Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Take
Allies'
my
hero has fallen.
Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly.
Our
I'm
allies'
game.
town is under
Making
siege.
trails. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game.
你还没来、
For
啊
the？trees. Is there
哇
trouble?
一群没在看的，大概就拜拜了。
Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making
Our
trails.
allies' hero has fallen.
For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly.
Our forces are under
invaded?
attack.
What is nature's call? I'm game. Are we being invaded? For the trees. For Kalimdor. Gladly. Hi. Making trails.
Our allies'
For the
hero has
trees.
fallen.
The hunt is on. Gladly. Making
Our
trails.
allies' town is under
For the
siege.
trees. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Is the tree. For the trees. Gladly. What is nature's call?
I bow to you.
I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees.
难打哎，角色有黄带就头痛。
Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly.
Our forces are under attack.
What is nature's call? For the trees. Taste my spear. Hi. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly.
Allies' hero has
Making
fallen.
trails. I'm game. For the trees. Is there trouble? What is nature's call? I'm game. Making trails.
Our forces are under
For
attack.
the trees. I'm game.
这里还没走过，
Gladly.
Allies' town is
For the
under siege.
trees.
Hero has fallen.
Are we being invaded? Is there trouble? Hi. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Are we being invaded? Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees.
还有张良
Is there
不行
trouble? Are we being
Our
invaded?
allies' town is under siege.
Making trails.
可以，死光光。
For the trees. Aim dead center. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Is there trouble? I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails.
Our allies' town is under
I'm
siege.
game.
啊，靠谱，
For the trees.
哭哭
I'm game.
哭
For the
哭，
trees.
Our hero has fallen.
啊！他开大，我给他大绝，一把炸死。
the great outdoors. Gladly, for the trees. I'm game. Are we being invaded? Hi! Gladly, making trails. For the trees.
Oh, yeah.
I'm game. For the trees. Is there trouble? I'm game.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Gladly. For the trees. Are we being invaded? Making trails. For the trees.
Our allies'
game.
town is under siege.
The hunt is on. Hi!
不用担心了。
For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails.
Our allies' town is
Gladly.
under siege.
I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For Kalendor. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly.
Our allies'
I'm
town is
game.
under siege.
Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees.
Our forces are under attack.
Hi!
一
I'm
定
game.
要出2个。
For the trees. Taste my spear.
Our allies' hero has fallen.
Are we being invaded? I'm game. For the trees.
Our allies'
Hi.
town is under siege.
Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game.
Our allies' hero
For the
has
trees.
fallen.
Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making
Our
trails.
allies' town is under siege.
For the trees. Aim dead center. The hunt is on. Are we being invaded? Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Aim dead center. For the trees. I'm game. Hi. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees.
运气真好，连爆。
I'm game. Taste my spear. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Aim dead center. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Is there trouble? For the trees. Making trails.
Our allies' town
I'm
is
game.
under siege.
Are we being invaded? For the trees. I'm game.
哎，我乌
Making
龟。
trails. For the trees. Is there trouble?
Our
Gladly.
allies' hero has fallen.
Taste my spear. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. The hunt is on.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Hi. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails.
Allies'
Is there
hero has
trouble?
fallen.
I'm game. Making trails. I'm game.
靠！
Gladly. Making trails. Gladly.
你没消到七星，真
Making
贵。
trails. For the trees.
Our
I'm
allies'
game.
town is under siege.
For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails.
哎
For the trees. I'm game.
没消到是七星。
Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. What is nature's call? Are we being invaded?
I wish only
What
to
is
save town
nature's
is
call?
under siege.
I'm
Where
game.
shall my blood
Gladly.
be spilled?
Making trails. Gladly. Is there trouble? I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. For the
Allies'
trees.
hero has fallen.
Making trails.
Our allies' town
I'm
is
game.
under siege.
For the trees.
Our allies'
Gladly.
hero has fallen.
Aim dead center. Hi! Are we being invaded? I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. Hi! I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. Is there trouble? The hunt is on. Making trails. What is nature's call? Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees.
Our forces are under attack.
I'm game. Making trails.
Our allies' town is
Gladly.
under siege.
I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Hi! Taste my spear. What is nature's call? Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Aim dead center. Are we being invaded? I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game.
我在烧，
Making trails.
撤退。
Our
Gladly.
allies' town is under
Making
siege.
trails. For the trees. What is nature's call? I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Are we being invaded? Making trails.
Our allies' town is
Gladly.
under siege.
Making trails. Gladly. The hunt is on. For Kalimdor. For the trees.
哎
Gladly.
呀，不好了，
I'm game. For the trees.
看到你们就先
Making
出了。
trails.
Our forces
I'm
are
game.
under attack.
Is there trouble?
你这眼真的是擦不
Making
完欸。
trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Hi. What is nature's call?
战哦！
Town is under siege.
Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees.
反正
I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Is there trouble? Gladly. I'm game. Taste my spear.
Our allies' town is
好
under
追
siege.
哦！
What is nature's call? Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Are we
怎
being
么那么
invaded?
追？
Making trails. I'm game. For the
水
trees.
就让他抗一级。
I'm game.
Our allied
For the
town
trees.
is under siege.
Making trails. What is nature's call? I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game.
Our
Making
allied
trails.
town is under siege.
Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Are we being invaded? I'm game. Aim dead center. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Is there trouble?
Our hero has fallen.
要许穿越。
Our allied town is under siege. Our allies' hero has fallen.
Ah, the great outdoors.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Gladly. Are we being invaded? Hi! For the trees. I'm game. Gladly.
Our allies' town is under siege.
I'm game. Is there trouble? Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Take my spear. I'm game. For the trees.
Our hero has fallen.
全家死！
Allies' hero
哎
has
呀，庞德啊！
Our allies' hero has fallen.
啊 the great outdoors.
很
Gladly.
难打你。
What is nature's call? Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Hi! I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. What is nature's call? Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Are we being invaded? For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly.
Our hero has fallen. Our allies' hero has fallen. Our allies' hero has fallen.
Ah, the great outdoors. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Hi. Gladly.
My life would
What
have
is nature's call?
our allies' hero
I'm
has
game.
fallen.
Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Hi. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. I'm
Allies'
game.
hero has fallen.
Making trails.
Our allies' hero
I'm
has
game.
fallen.
For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Are we being invaded? I'm game.
Our allies' town is under
What is
siege.
nature's call? For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees.
喂，
Making trails. For the trees.
够了。
Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails.
哎呀，
Allies' hero has
没看哎，
I'm game. Making
在位置都全退了，哦，还要打。
Gladly. I'm game. Is there trouble? For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees.
Our allies' town is under
Gladly.
siege.
I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees.
哎呀，
Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. What is nature's call? Hi. Making trails. I'm game. What is nature's call? For the
这
trees.
玩的黄盖真的会翻。
Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails.
Our hero has fallen. Our allies' town is under siege. Our allies' town is under siege.
The great outdoors.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Is there trouble? I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails.
Our allies' town is under siege.
崩溃！哎呀， 开直播第一场小小组。钟响。
Ah, the great outdoors. Hi! For the trees. Are we being invaded? Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Hi! I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. Aim dead center. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Taste my spear. Gladly. The hunt is on. For the trees. Gladly.
Our allies' town is under
For the
siege.
trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. What is nature's call?
先上香。
Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Taste my spear. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Are we being invaded? Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Is there trouble? I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees.
哎呀，
Making trails. Hi. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Are we being invaded? Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game.
出不来哦。
Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. For the
好
trees.
可怕。
Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. What is nature's call? Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Are we being invaded? Is there
靠，
trouble?
死这是最不该死的。
What is nature's call? Making trails. I'm game. Are we being invaded? Making trails. What is nature's call? Hi! I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Are we being invaded? Making trails. Is there trouble? I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Making
有鬼！
trails. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. For Calendor.
自由没有六，还没莫秋。
Gladly. Hi. I'm game. For the trees. The hunt is on. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly.
我不信你一定会
For
一直
the
追。
trees. Gladly. Making trails.
没有追，没有追就。
Gladly. What is nature's call? Making trails. Is there trouble? For the trees.
我以为会一直追下去。
Aim dead center. Hi. Gladly. For the trees.
乖乖的，
Gladly.
乖乖的。
I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. Is there trouble?
Our allies' town is under siege.
Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Hi. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Making
Our allies'
trails.
town is under
I'm
siege.
game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails.
Hello，
For Calendor.
Our hero has fallen. Allied hero has fallen.
哎呀，我是来不及
Allied
了。
hero has fallen.
早知道
The
跑，
great outdoors.
超远的，还要活死打我。
Is there trouble? Hi. Is there trouble? Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Gladly. I'm game. Hi. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. What is nature's call? Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly.
Thy bidding,
For the
master.
trees. I'm game. Gladly. Is there trouble? Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. What is
Our
nature's
allies'
call?
town is under
I'm
siege.
game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails.
Our allies' town
I'm
is under
game.
siege.
Making trails. For the trees.
小老虎，
Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees.
Our allies'
Gladly.
town is under siege.
I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game.
结束了吗？
Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm
Allies'
game.
hero has fallen.
Gladly. Is there trouble?
Allies'
What?
hero has
I'm
fallen.
game.
Your will.
Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails.
这个也有。
I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game.
Our allies'
Gladly.
hero has
For
fallen.
the trees. Hi! Are we being invaded? Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Hi! Gladly. Is there trouble? Are we being invaded? For the trees. Gladly. I'm game.
Our forces are under attack.
Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. For Kalimdor. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. Are we being invaded? I'm game. Making trails.
张辽，
Gladly. I'm game. Is there trouble?
I wish only
Gladly.
to serve.
I'm game.
Our
For the
allies'
trees.
town is under siege.
I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Are we being invaded? What is nature's call? For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails.
Our allies' hero has fallen.
For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails.
一个游街了，哇！
Our hero has fallen. Our allies' town is under siege.
Ah, the great outdoors. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. The hunt is on.
Our forces are under attack.
Gladly. For the trees. Taste my spear. I'm game. Making trails. The hunt is on. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making
Our
trails.
allies' hero has fallen.
Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. What is nature's call? Hi. For the trees. What is nature's call? Are we being invaded? Gladly. Is there trouble? I'm game. For the trees. Are we being invaded?
Our allies' town
Making
is under
trails.
siege.
For the trees. What is nature's call? Gladly. Hi. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. Are we being invaded? I'm
Our
game.
allies' town is under
For the
siege.
trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Hi. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making
这
trails.
个啊，
I'm game. Gladly.
又不懂。
I'm game.
嗯啊，不要啊，我要买东西啊。
For the trees. Is there trouble?
Our
Making
allies'
trails.
town is under siege.
I'm game. Are we being invaded?
Our allies'
Making
hero
trails.
has fallen.
Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Aim dead center. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. For Talendor. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees.
我
Making
还要找一个人。
Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees.
喂喂喂喂，
Is there trouble?
卖过来啊，卖过来啊，
I'm
卖个饼啊
game.！
哎是哎是，你也是。
Making trails. For the trees.
Our allies'
Glad.
hero has fallen. Our allies' town is under siege.
啊
What is nature's
啊，
call?
这个
I'm
这
game.
个
Is
这
there
个
trouble? Making trails. Gladly. For the trees.
Allies' hero has fallen.
Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. What is nature's call? For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Are we being invaded?
Our forces are
What
under
is
attack.
nature's call? Gladly. Making trails. Taste my spear. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. Is there trouble? I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Hi. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. What is nature's call? Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Hi. Is there trouble? Are we being invaded?
Our forces are under attack.
这个也
Our
知道
allies'
吧？
town is under siege.
这么厉害的吗？
For the trees. Are we being invaded? I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Is there trouble? Are we being invaded?
Our allies' town is under siege.
Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Aim dead center.
Our allies' town is
For
under
the
siege.
trees. Making trails. For power. For the trees. Hi. I'm game. For the trees. Making
Our
trails.
allies' town is under
Gladly.
siege.
Taste my spear. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Aim dead center. Taste my spear. Is there trouble? Are we being invaded? What is nature's call? Making trails. I'm game. Making trails.
Allies' hero
For
has
the
fallen.
trees. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game.
Our allies'
Making
hero
trails.
has fallen.
Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Hi. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly.
难呢。
I'm game. For the trees.
喂喂，
I'm game. For the trees.
不
Making
理我
trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly.
Our
the
allies' town
trees.
is under siege.
Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Aim dead center. Is there trouble? For the trees. Are we being invaded? What is nature's call? Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For Kalimdor. For the trees. Making trails. Hi. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Are we being invaded? Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails.
好想出灵魂剑，
I'm game
但我觉得很
for
羞
the
耻。
trees. What is nature's call? Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm
Our
game.
allies' town is
For
under
the
siege.
I'm game.
Thy bidding.
Are we being invaded? Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Is there trouble? Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Are we being invaded? What is nature's call? Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. Are we being invaded? Is there trouble? Are we being invaded? I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game.
Our allies'
For the
town
trees.
is under siege.
Gladly. Hi. I'm game. Gladly. Are we being invaded? Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. What is nature's call? Hi. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. What is nature's
Our
call?
allies' town is
I'm
under
game.
siege.
For the trees.
新的 CP
Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Are we being invaded? Making trails. I'm game. Making trails.
啊！
Our hero has
你看
fallen.
往这飞的哦，我往这飞，卡在这，哦，在干嘛？啊！吓我一跳。
Ah, the great outdoors. I'm game.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Hi. Making trails. The hunt is on. Are we being invaded? Gladly. Making trails.
唉，
Hi. Are we being invaded? For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees.
Our allies' town
Making
is under
trails.
siege.
I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. For For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game.
Our allies'
Hi.
town is under siege.
Making trails. I'm game. Is there trouble? For the trees. I'm game. Are we being invaded? What is nature's call?
Our allies' town
Making
is under
trails.
siege.
For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. I'm
I
game.
wish only
Are we
to
being
serve.
invaded? What is nature's call? Gladly. I'm game. Is there trouble? Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Aim dead center. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Are we being invaded? I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. Is there trouble? For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees.
Our
Gladly.
allies'
For
hero.
the trees. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. For the trees. Making
开
trails.
但是一
Gladly.
言不合就开场。
I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game.
Our hero has fallen. Hero has fallen.
The great outdoors.
这样你还活着？
What is nature's call? Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Hi.
哎，
Making
说好
trails.
要逼又不逼。
I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly.
Allies' hero has
For the
fallen.
trees. The hunt is on. Making trails. I'm game.
Our hero has fallen. Our allies' hero has fallen.
皮耶，这个超皮的这个。
The great
Allied hero
outdoors.
has fallen.
Glad. Are we being invaded? Making trails. For the trees. Glad. Hi. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails.
Where shall my blood be
Gladly.
spilled?
I'm game. Gladly.
Our allies'
For the
town is
truth.
under siege.
I'm game. Making trails. Gladly. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. Is there trouble? I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Hi. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Making trails. For Castore. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. Is there trouble?
My life for
Making
Nezul.
trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. Making trails. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. I'm game. Take my spear. Making trails. I'm game.
Allies hero
Making
has fallen.
trails. I'm game. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Aim dead center. Gladly. For the trees.
Our allies hero
Gladly.
has fallen.
For the trees. Gladly. The hunt is on. I'm game. Aim dead center.
喂，
Gladly. What is nature's call? Making trails. I'm game. For the trees.
Forces are under attack.
For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. I'm game. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. Taste my spear. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Hi. Making trails. For the trees. The hunt is on. What is nature's call? Hi. Making trails. For the trees. I'm game. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. I'm game. Gladly. For the trees. Gladly. Making trails. Is there trouble? For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Making trails. For the trees. Gladly. For the trees. I'm game. Gladly. What is nature's call? Making trails. For the trees. Is there trouble? Gladly. Making trades. Aim dead center. Gladly. For the truth. Making trades. For the truth. Making trades. The hunt is on. Gladly. I'm game. Making trades. For the trees. For power.
我身上山不会玩的。
Aim dead center. Taste my spirit. I'm game. Making trades.
小桥流水郭嘉，回去，关了关了。